Okay, so remember what we said about the cube. The centers are not going anywhere. Blue is always going to be opposite to green. Red is always going to be opposite to orange. White is always going to be opposite to yellow. The way we're going to start to think about the cube is we're not really going to think so much about colors in faces as we're going to think about pieces in places. So for example, this piece here is green and orange. So it must fit over here. And I can move it there. There you go. Now the green and orange piece is in the right place. For example, this is the green and yellow piece, and I can move it to the right place too. There you go. What I want you to do first, the first thing we're going to do in learning how to solve the cube is actually we're going to choose one color. I've chosen green this time around, and we're going to place all the two colored pieces on the right places with that color. So I'm going to choose green, and therefore I'm going to have green and orange here, green and yellow here. I'm going to put green and red here, and green and white here. Here's some tricks on how you can do that better. First, you find the piece. For example, here is green and red, and this piece must go here. One cool way to try to do this is put it underneath. You see how now it's perfectly underneath? And now turn. Sometimes it's going to be right, but this time it's actually the other way around. Here's another thing you can do that. If it's underneath, but when you turn it twice, it's flipped. What you can do is the following thing. Now watch it and remember. You flip it one way, and now you're going to turn the top, put this back in its place, and now turn it back. And now it's going to be in the right position. Let's look for the other one, the one that's green and white. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see, where is it? Green and white. Green and white, where is the green and white? Here it is. Took me for a long time, didn't it? Here's the green and white. Well, now this one's on the side, and I don't want it to be on the side. I'm going to actually put it underneath to begin with. Afterwards, we're going to be faster at this. To do that, I can move this, rotate here, and put this back, so that I leave the other ones right where they were. Again, I'm going to take this piece, put it underneath where I want it to be. I want it to be here, because it's green and white, and this piece is green and white. Once I have it underneath, I turn. And now I have completed what we call the first cross. The first cross, remember, must have the right pieces in the right places. It's not just choosing a color and make this green. It has to also correspond with the other centers. So this one has to be green and red. This one has to be green and yellow. This one has to be green and orange. And this one has to be green and white. So try it out first. Let's see if you can do the first cross by yourself. Thanks for watching.